Hey everyone, this is Sean. I just got off of a 15-and-a-half-hour graveyard shift. I'm extremely exhausted. I'm running on fumes right now. Please press the like button, subscribe, share, comment. I always look forward to reading the dialogue, and I appreciate it when you guys comment to each other. You guys answer each other's questions. Sometimes I don't have that immediate access to my YouTube account, but I get you guys who are loyal, you're faithful. Thank you so much for helping me out on this channel as well. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the effects that the landmark United States Supreme Court decision has on concealed weapon permits. In particular, how does this affect private security officers, especially in California, or states where it's very difficult to get a concealed weapon permit? So there's a couple of effects that this new landmark decision has, and if there's any information that I need to put out there, I will leave a link in the description. Basically, what the Supreme Court justices voted on as a majority is they voted to get rid of the cause statement, the just cause statement that a lot of county sheriff's departments, police chiefs in California and New York require in order to have the concealed weapon permit. So basically what you end up having to do is explain a situation that you're in, or why you need or the type of environment you're in, and why in particular, why in detail do you need a permit. That explanation requirement does no longer exist. This is a real big deal, you guys, for concealed carry permit holders and those who want to have a concealed weapon permit, especially if you're in a state like California or New York. This is something that's major. So look, if you're in private security, I'm going to talk to you about why you need a concealed weapon permit, or why it's a good idea to have a permit. I'm going to name a lot of reasons. Number one reason is this: if you are the owner of a private security company, maybe you're the qualified manager or you are a supervisor, and you want to check up on some of these posts that are in some questionable areas, it's always a good idea to have, if you're properly trained, to have a firearm with you. If you want to check up on these posts in California, at least you need to have a uniform on. Now, if you're a supervisor, manager of a company, or the owner, you don't want to wear a uniform all the time. So I think this is an easy way on how to circumvent a lot of the concealed carry regulations that your state might have. Another reason why you should have a concealed weapon permit is, especially if you're in California, if you need to take a break or leave your post and you're armed, or you're coming to work or leaving work and you want to stop and fill gas, you want to stop and get groceries, being armed and in your uniform is one of those questionable gray areas. It's one of those situations where I recommend that you don't do personal errands. You don't fall into the gray area. You don't take your breaks and then leave your post with your firearm. If you want to avoid being in these gray areas, at least in California, if you have a concealed weapon permit, you can just take off your uniform shirt, or even cover it. You could cover your gun belt if you want, or you could take off your gun belt and tuck in your waistband your concealed weapon and run your errands, do what you have to do. And you're legally able to do that in California as long as you have a concealed weapon permit that authorizes you to wear concealed in the jurisdictions that are named. And I think in California you could basically go anywhere in the state, but there might be some limitations. So you need to check up on that. So that's why I highly recommend that if you're armed security, you get a concealed weapon permit, even if you have no willingness to carry a concealed weapon when you're off duty. It helps so much. It helps eliminate those gray areas. And by the way, I did a complete video on gray areas and are you allowed to leave your post if you're armed and run personal errands or even take a lunch break away from your post. Another reason why you should be armed, and guys, please excuse me, I'm going to probably be going to up to 8 minutes in this video, but I got really important information. If you would please be patient with me. Another important reason, if you're armed security, to have a concealed weapon permit is concealed weapon permit holders in California and some of these other states like New York, there's a high demand for security who have concealed weapon permits, a very high demand. It's so hard to find somebody that has a concealed weapon permit. Now, Northern California is a little bit different, except the areas that are near San Francisco. But those of you who are rural areas in California, you tend to get, it's a lot easier to get your permit. Los Angeles County in recent times was also issuing permits. However, their wait times are about 11 months. It could be longer now. So you get a concealed weapon permit as a private security officer, you're going to open up yourself to many other job opportunities, and your pay should go up there. Okay, no guarantee that there's going to be more opportunities, but there's a good likelihood. Having that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking about getting your concealed weapon permit, I want you to apply today, because what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to realize, hey, wait a minute, I need to get my concealed weapon permit too. I don't know what the impact of the U.S. Supreme Court decision is on my life. I don't know how that affects me yet. So right now, I want you to apply as many places. Well, not apply as many places, but apply to the local police department or the sheriff's department, whoever has jurisdiction over you, or whoever has jurisdiction over issuing concealed weapon permits, and apply now, because there's going to be hordes of people that are going to be applying for these permits. And you also don't know if maybe in a couple months, if California is going to start passing some laws that's going to make it hard for you to get your permits. See, they got rid of the just cause or the cause requirement, which is a requirement to show why you need to have a permit. They got rid of that, but they're gonna most likely add some other stuff. Maybe a psychological exam, maybe a more extensive background investigation where your neighbors for the past 20 years need to be contacted. They're gonna throw some curveballs, you guys. California is gonna fight this to the teeth. I can also see them delaying your permit. You know, in Los Angeles County, it looks like 11 months or 12 months is a standard. They could prolong your permit maybe 2 years, maybe 4 years, maybe longer than that. That's what they're going to end up doing, and they're going to be claiming, well, we don't have the personnel to process this. This is a case law that was barely in the books. They're going to come up with all kinds of excuses. I'm telling you guys, they're going to pass. They're going to change around the gun-free zone. They might make it, instead of 1,000 feet, maybe 5,000 feet. There's going to be some silly prohibitions on your permit. They might even include a clause where you can't enter a state park, a county park, or a city park with a firearm, or be near a playground area. They're going to pass all kinds of stuff. That's what they do in California and New York. California copycats New York. New York does the same thing. And I think there's another, Massachusetts. They're another state that's just like California. So apply today. And guys, in the description box below, please let us know if you have a permit or not, and in what jurisdiction, what county, and how long did it take. And if you're gonna go for the permit, let us know what area you're in, and just let us know when you plan on applying, so more or less others can see the timeline on how long it takes to get a permit. Okay. Again, you guys, my recommendation is to get your concealed weapon permit. I might do a video on the best concealed weapon carry guns that are out there. This is good for security, guys. On another note, you're gonna expect to have more competition in private security. There's gonna be a lot of other people that are going to have concealed weapon permits. How do you differentiate yourself from others? I'll tell you as a trainer in the private security sector and a former manager, if this is a concealed carry operation, maybe executive protection or something like that, if all you do is complete your 16-hour or your 2-day BSIS, Bureau of Security Investigative Services, the regulatory arm in the state of California for private security and private investigation professionals, by the way, if you just complete their 2-day course, the exposed carry permit course, and then a concealed weapon permit course, if that's all you complete, I will not hire you. I want to see some other training. Some of you complaining training is expensive. That's the cost of doing business, ladies and gentlemen. You got to end up in my opinion, you should take some tactical courses, some fundamental courses, but take what is beyond the 2-day state of California course, or whatever course is offered in your state. In my opinion, that course isn't enough, you guys. And then there's some trainers that will just that will just commit forgery or just sign away some training that you never even did. Okay, it's not a good thing. So I don't trust the California 2-day exposed permit course. I want to see some other additional training. Let me know what you guys think about this new law. Does it motivate you to get your concealed weapon permit? If you're in Southern California, this is awesome for you guys. Okay, it's awesome for you guys. I have a concealed weapon permit. I've had one for a very long time just because of myself being in law enforcement. And you would think that law enforcement officers don't want everybody out there to have concealed weapon permits, but I am the opposite. You guys, I want you guys out there to have concealed weapon permits, be able to exercise your right to bear arms. When you're doing that, you're becoming less of a target, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you who work for this, those of you who work dispensaries or other types of these dangerous assignments, you don't know if somebody's going to follow you home. You don't know if somebody's doing surveillance on you. They're trying to find out when the best time to hit you, when's the best time to kidnap you in order to get their assets. Okay, you don't know about that. So I commend you guys in California and New York if you're planning on getting your concealed weapon permit. So let's keep in touch, everybody, and I'm looking forward to dialogue. Take care.